Reading your screen in direct sunlight can be a pain with your smartphone. This is one of the key things where our touchscreen is different. It's really designed into every detail in order to be readable in strong sunlight. I think this really goes into the Swedish DNA, how to solve practical problems in a way that makes sense. Technology in the Volvo car, you can describe it as a human and natural.
I am actually interested in mind reading as a hobby, because at work we develop cars that tries to predict the future. This system is activated for pedestrians, for cyclists, vehicles and even for large animals. It's almost like you have this vehicle equipped with this guardian angel looking down. I am actually interested in mind reading as a hobby, because at work we develop cars that tries to predict the future. It tries to predict if there will be an accident. So it looks at how you're driving, how the other cars are driving. And if it predicts a potential accident, it will warn you. It may try to steer away, or it might try to brake. That is kind of mind reading as well. What we have developed is a system that predicts that you are about to hit something. And if you start to steer, but you don't steer enough, it will actually be activated and it will try to increase the steering. This system is activated for pedestrians, for cyclists, vehicles and even for large animals. I actually think that if you know that your car is equipped with the latest safety technology, you will get this feeling of safety. And I don't think it's only about the driver. I think everyone in the vehicle will feel this. It's almost like you have this vehicle equipped with this guardian angel looking down. So this car becomes your sanctuary, making normal driving, boring driving, less tiring and safer. I think it comes down to saving people's lives.
The XC60 is a sophisticated, perfectly crafted, elegant exterior. It has this beautiful grille with chrome section, which is, not just the one simple curve. It actually has life in it. It gives it this really great three-dimensional feel. Well, I grew up living next to a petrol station, so cars were always around, and it always was a fascination for me to just look at the shape of the metal and how the light would reflect in it, and how certain great cars of this period just simply inspired me, and that certainly is still very, very vivid. The XC60, it has this beautiful grille with chrome section, which is, not just the one simple curve. It actually has life in it. It gives it this really great three-dimensional feel. This bonnet is just impressive. It's an incredible, nice piece of sheet metal, this powerful front. If you live in Sweden, if you come from the Scandinavian area, driftwood is something that you grow up with. It's what you collect at the beach. We actually managed to get driftwood into our production cars. This attitude of designing a room, we apply to a car interior. Your car interior should have the same thing. It's not just, the box where you move from A to B. It's actually the place where you sit down spend a lot of money on it and you enjoy that ambience, the great materials, you enjoy the surfaces, the feeling to look at it. Put the human in the center, have a great attention to material, to detail, a look and feel that is warm and inviting, and of course, a design that stands the test of time.
The customer benefits of the Drive E powertrains is the smoothness of the powertrain, the low consumption of the powertrain, and the dynamic of the powertrain. Counting cylinders is not important. It's about the torque development and the dynamic of the car. Power pulse is another ingenious development of some Volvo engineers, and it's a system which is improving the dynamic feeling of our diesel engines.
The car is a bit like a ballerina with the strong body and that feeling of timing and balance and control, being totally integrated with the driving experience. This is a car I'm very proud of. It'll be there for you. My main hobbies are skiing and dancing. There are some striking similarities between dancing and driving. It goes back to the movement, the timing of control, subtleness in control. The car is a bit like a ballerina with the strong body and that feeling of timing and balance and control, being totally integrated with the driving experience. It is a creative process, making a car. Unless you bring all your senses to the creative process, you cannot really achieve greatness. Within vehicle dynamics, there are definitely similarities between what we do and the work of a composer. It's putting all the different elements together to make a nice symphony. For Volvo cars, the human touch has always been very central. Everything is based around humans. It's a human experience driving a car. You have to put something of yourself in there to make it real, to make it stand out. We have a library of elements, whether it's composing music or designing a car. You have to make them all work together and to build a harmony. This is a car I'm very proud of. Almost like with a good friend that it'll be there for you.